I want a strong private sector. But two things. One, you don't achieve a strong private sector by simply cutting the size of the public sector.
No,
okay?
you want the private sector.
You want the private sector to grow. And I think the danger is that, you know, I don't want a stronger private sector because we're getting more private companies taking over the NHS. That's the last thing I want to see. So I think that's the first thing to say. The other is that, actually, the way you grow the private sector is by addressing the supply side constraints. You see, what Liz Truss was saying is, oh, it's all about taxation. No, it's not. It's actually about the supply side of the economy. It's about skills and the employment, the labour base that the private sector has to draw on. And what this government, with her in the cabinet, has been so bad at doing is in boosting apprenticeships, in boosting skills, in making sure that that labour force is there in order to be able to provide that dynamism into the private sector. So this is really important that the government gets this right. The other thing I would say here is that, in a sense, she's arguing against the public mood. And she needs to be, you know, if she's going to become Prime Minister, she needs to be careful about that. Because all the polls say that people are now wanting to see the rail companies renationalised, the water companies renationalised, taken back into the public sector because they feel that with sewage spilling out into the North Sea at the rate of knots, with leaks in the pipes losing, you know, billions of gallons every week, they're not confident that the private sector has been running those monopolies well. So, yes, I agree. I want a strong private sector in this country, but I want it done in the right way, with a strong labour base, with a strong skills base, with strong research and development, and for companies that can then pay their workers properly, rather than actually relying on us, the taxpayer, to top up wages through universal credit and other means.